Yo, what is going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Nice Monday evening. If you are one of our friends out in Australia, it is in fact Tuesday morning for you, so top of the morning. Um, but I am back for another episode of the Ruell Report. I am joined by the namesake of the show, Mr. Ruell Black. A couple things that are on the agenda for tonight. One is I'm going to ask Ruel to give us a breakdown of the Bitcoin chart. Two, I'm going to ask him for his favorite crypto buying opportunity. And three, we are going to get a recap of central bank related cryptos. How's that?
That is fine. That is perfect. So what's
All
up
right.
with you, my man Luke?
Look at this. No sling. 1 week in. Feeling
Okay.
pretty mobile, pretty agile, recovering pretty well.
My man's like Wolverine over there.
I
Just
know, man.
like
Shit's coming together.
1 or 2 weeks and you're like without cast. Okay, Luke.
Exactly. You know it. So
But
there we
yeah,
go.
uh Bitcoin still under 20K. Let
I
me
know it's brutal. You have a chart you can share with us? You want to take us through it?
for sure. Let me share screen. And hide that for the OCD members of our crowd.
Thank you,
And here it
sir.
is.
There we go.
So right now, Bitcoin's just chilling right above the 18K area. Um, it gotten as low as like 18. Did it get down to 17? Not quite. Not quite. But I really do think we see the 17s here in October and maybe November. I just have this feeling we're going to see the 17s here. Um, if we look at it, really, besides this little bitty fake out here, all it's been doing is down. So I really think we get the 17 here.
So you're calling for more downside.
I'm calling for more downside. I think towards the end of the year, people are going to rebalance their portfolios, and I think we go a little bit lower. I really think that.
All right.
We could pretty much call like, and we did call like when the Fed announced what the Fed did, the crypto went down to like 18 something, and the stock market was pretty much no different, right? It went down as well. And what do you think about the stock market, Luke? Do we see it go lower than this?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I don't know. Do you want to hear my bull and my bear case for it?
sure. Yes.
Okay. So my here's my bull case for the stock market. Retail investor put buying reached an all-time high last week, right? And so if you want to play that retail contrarian indicator,
Uh-huh.
then that would be the case against it. Right, that would be the
Okay.
case that we're in for some upside. The case for it going lower is collapse of other non-U.S. markets. Right, we saw the Bank of England had a horrible day today. Japanese yen is
Ooh.
down 30% versus the U.S. dollar over the past year. Indian stocks got rocked. Um, we're seeing commodities get rocked, so that's the case to keep going lower.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even think about that. I mean, we got like inflation still pretty high, right?
Yep.
Um, yeah, and then England and U.S. is getting hot or rocked by higher energy costs. Um, so yeah, man, I think that just all bodes for the stock market and the crypto market to go lower. I really think so.
Yep.
But while we're here, let's talk about these central bank digital currencies, CBDCs for the uninitiated here. And just so you guys know, I'm going to be on Rockfin talking this tomorrow again with a creator, Bird Dog Crypto.
Okay.
Um, We're going to be talking CBDCs and privacy coins, and we may get into the ancient knowledge, the esoteric knowledge, if you will,
Okay.
because it's the Rockfin and not the YouTube. So definitely check that out, guys. It'll be 4 p.m. for the people on Pacific Standard Time, or 7 p.m. for those out there in the Luke country of the East Coast.
Mhm. That's
um,
me. You know, it's about to get cold out here for all of us on Eastern time, except for
yeah,
those in Florida.
yeah, man. I can't. Oof. I can't do snow ever again in my life after being out here for 6 years. I don't think I can do it again. But yeah, so definitely check that out. And then let's get into CBDCs a little bit, shall we, guys? So if you guys aren't aware, I'm going to bring up a company, or I guess you could say it's a company. Um, it's called FedNow. Have you heard of this FedNow, Luke?
No, I don't know that one.
Okay, so FedNow is basically the Federal Reserve's, like, their whole like division that's in charge of like CBDCs and instant payments. Okay.
Okay.
So if we go down here, you can see the Federal Reserve Financial Services, blah 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 blah. And
Yep.
if we come over here, we're going to highlight a crypto called Cyperium. Now, this crypto, and this will also be my crypto pick, by the way, of like what to buy now. This crypto has been kind of called out by these Fed to kind of lead their instant payment service. So if we come over here and look at it, so FedNow, it says it chooses Cyperium as a service provider. So it's going to be a service provider to provide instant payment services. Now, what they've kind of gone away from is to say like kind of the word CBDC. They've moved into just saying instant payments. And here we have a kind of a quote from their CEO. We are thrilled to be a part of FedNow service provider showcase and look forward to helping other organizations implement instant payments with our solutions. Financial institution. Oh my God, I can't talk today. With our solutions, financial institutions, businesses, and consumers will be able to access the speed, convenience, and other benefits the FedNow service will provide when it launches in 2023. So mid 2023, we're going to see these instant payments and CBDCs kind of go into full launch. Now, if we come over here and look at where Cyperium is as a price, and it's Cyperium, kind of like a cipher. Um, we'll let this load. Hopefully, it's quick, and it is. So, it's pretty decent price here at 0.27, a little under 3. It was as low as like a cent when I brought it to my Patreon. So definitely come over to my channel, guys. It's darkhorsewatcher.com. And if you're interested in the Patreon, uh, you'll be in there with guys like Luke. But yeah, you guys will be able to find you'll be able to find my link to my Patreon in any one of my videos. But back to Cyperium. Let's go back over here. Okay, so yeah, us in the Patreon, we were in it at a cent, but here it's sitting at gone as high as like 4 cents when they announced that news, and now it's chilling at 0.27. And like I said, I still think the market's going to go down a little lower, but you can always dollar cost average. But uh, if you look at it right here, let's go, not year to date, we want to go all. Okay, so it was as high as 13 cents. So getting it down here at almost 3, that's like what, like a 4 or 5x. So I think it's a pretty good price to get it. and it's not too bad of a supply. Only about 9 million. Um, put that in comparison. Cardano's supply is like 45 million. Uh, Hedera's is at 50 million, and something like Solana is at like, I'm sorry, this is 9 billion. I said 9 billion, right?
Yeah, you got it right.
Okay, so yeah, so Cardano is like at about 45 billion. Hedera's at 9 bill. Hedera's at 50 billion, and a supply like Solana's at like around half um half half a billion. So those kind of give you some examples there of like tokens in their supply, and like Shiba Inu is at like a lot of billion. Like, let's look at Shiba Inu right quick. Just want to give you guys a comparison of where and that Shina Inu almost got me. I almost clicked on the wrong thing. Uh, so yeah. Oh shit! Shoot, that's it's at 549k billion. So yeah, that's Shiba Inu. All right. Um, so yeah, so then let's go back to another. So this would be my top crypto pick, given the question that Luke asked at the beginning of the show. But then next, I'm going to go into a couple other central bank digital currency connected cryptos, which you guys should know about. One of which being Quant. Now, Quant wants to create itself as like an operating system for cryptocurrencies. But Quant, when you kind of look at it, it's kind of shadowy in that like it's kind of shadowy and like that like I don't think that they're open source in any way, so you can't really necessarily know what's going on with their code. Um, but they're connected to the World Economic Forum. They're connected to LCX. They're connected to this central bank, this Fed Now that we just saw. So let's go over to Fed Now's Twitter, okay? Federal. While we do that, are there any questions in the chat there?
No, but if anybody does have questions, put them in, as Ruell's saying.
Okay, so this is the Federal Reserve Services, the one that we just looked at that referenced Cyperium. Cyperium. I always want to say cyber, but it's cipher. Cypherium. Okay. Um, so yeah, back to Quant, or back to the Fed Now services. Where were we? Right here. Okay. So some of the people following these guys, and they don't have that many followers because like not too many people are up on CBDCs like we are. So we're kind of first to the party, which means we're going to be real happy when everything starts happening and we have all these coins, right? But
Mm-hmm.
who are they followed by? Cypherium, of course, because they chose them as a servicer. Quant, which I told you they're connected to CBDCs, and Quant's CEO, and a couple people who are smart enough to follow me. Um, so um, let's go back. Let's go back out to their thing. Or I'm sorry, I should have said a couple people who are kind enough to follow me. Follow me. That's what I was saying. Uh, so yeah, so we can verify that these guys are who they say they are, because if we go down, we can see that they have a lot of connections with the Federal Reserve. Like, because my thing is always like, okay, are these people exactly who they say they are? They keep tagging the Federal Reserve, and they're not. Federal Reserve's not saying anything about it. They're tagging other Federal Reserve people. If we come down here lower, they target. They have some people from like prominent banks doing talks and stuff like that. So we can we can verify pretty much who they say that they are. So yeah, so this guy's from BNY Mellon, and I think that's a huge bank. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Luke.
Yeah, it's
Isn't BN?
massive. Publicly traded. Let me get you a market cap on that one. Sorry, it takes me longer than it should. It is a $32 billion market cap with a B.
So you can pretty much say that these people are who they say they are. Now, there is like a humanitarian type of question when we always get into CBDCs. The question with that is, okay, what happens if money is done away with, right? Um, I can perceive very I can foresee of reasons why people would say that there's a health reason to get rid of money, right? Because people with germs and touching money and stuff like that. But there's also kind of a sovereignty like type of thing with money when like if you get rid of paper money and now it's all electric money, someone could turn off the electric money spout. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I think about that. How about you, Luke? I'm curious to see what you think about this.
I'm on the same page as you.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I am with it because there could be a germ way to it, and there could be like a sovereignty way about it. Like if cash is ever like gotten rid of and it's only electronic cash.
Yeah,
That's
but do you think that like all this craziness with global currencies right now makes this harder?
explain.
Uh, so the U.S. dollar is the U.S. dollar the strongest that it's ever been? Maybe,
Maybe
maybe
I
not.
say
Let's see.
I
Let me go back. So no, the last time that the U.S. dollar. Okay, so the U.S. dollar is the strongest that it's been since 2002.
okay.
So what is that for 20 years? In climbing rapidly right now. Um, so I guess any sort of significant transitions that we may have been thinking about, uh, I think that all of those go on the back burner right now. Everybody's just trying to get their main currency situation handled.
Now
Is my
see,
thinking.
now see, I'm glad that I'm talking to you about this because here's the thing that I debate. Like they say that it's the strongest it's been in 20 years, but yet inflation's at a rate that like everything costs a lot. So how does that balance out with like say I don't know like 1920 where like a candy bar costs like 10 cents or 5 cents or something. I don't know like how does that strength balance out with inflation? Like so is it really strong or is it just stronger than all the other effed up currencies? What do you
No, I think it's really that strong. I think the world is saying that nothing's investable right now, so everybody's just buying and holding U.S. dollars.
got you? Because I mean, I can't remember a point in my life where the U.S. dollar's ever been more worth more than the euro.
20 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
So that would have
Okay.
been in your life, but it's been quite a while.
Right. Uh, wow. So, but then with all the inflation though, like, how does that balance out for like, say, like, okay, say for the person who's making like 40 or $60,000, like, and they've like always made that amount of money. Like for them, like with the inflation, okay, of course the American dollar's high for America, but like everything costs a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I just don't. To me, those things just don't gel.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
And yeah, to me, those things just don't gel. Like, okay, it would make like okay, it's like the average person can't take advantage of the strength of the dollar because it's the dollar's strong in comparison to other currencies. But here in America, where you're buying things that are already inflated in price, then that doesn't really mean anything to everybody that's like day to day in my mind.
Yep. No, I
Um,
hear you.
so it's pretty interesting. But then bringing it back to like currency, right? And like getting rid of currency. My fear is something like, okay, say what happened in Canada, right? Like if there were no cash and like all of a sudden like the government just decided to like, okay, you guys are cut off. That concerns me. That really concerns me.
Yeah.
That's
No,
that's a
I
big
hear you.
that's a big concern. So that brings me back to crypto. So like really guys, when I think about okay, owning something like Cyperium or owning different types of where are we? Different types of crypto, at the very least, if you have a hardware wallet, you can trade your Bitcoin, you can trade your Cyperium, you can trade your eCash, you can trade different cryptos and be pretty cool. Like saying that there's like not a EP that shuts down the entire world's like electricity, but
Yep.
barring like catastrophe. Um, so to me, like CBDCs only strengthen the case of crypto in my mind. Uh, I don't know. Does anyone in the crowd have an opinion on that before I go to our next crypto here? Nobody?
All you, Ruel.
Okay, so I just wanted to show y'all, and I know I've showed you guys this a couple different times, but I just want to reiterate it. Um, Again, LCX, you guys know I'm high on LCX, and I always talk about it on here. Um, LCX is another guy who's partnered up with Quant, and they say specifically that they've partnered up with Quant due to CBDCs. So it seems like Quant is going to be heavy when it comes to the CBDCs. Partnership will further accelerate the progression towards central bank digital currencies. Now, I'm going to mention a couple other cryptos. Like there are a lot of cryptos I could mention. Of course, the Patreons get all of these. So definitely, guys, definitely sign up for the Patreon. But we're going to try to go over as many as we can today. Let's do Hedera next. Now, Hedera, I believe they just got listed on Coinbase. If they didn't, they're going to be. Let's go check them out right quick. Now, Charles Hoskinson hates himself some Hedera. And I know the reason he really hates it. He hates it because um, it's corporate. It's corporate. It really doesn't. It's not about the people and that the people own it and the people kind of govern it. Um, it's governed by a lot of corporate America. So there's a good and a bad to that. There's a good in that, like there's big money behind it, and the projects that they're going to do are hugely going to be big. Um, but as far as who makes decisions about the coin, it's going to be corporate America because it's in their hands. And Charles doesn't really like that because it kind of goes against the principles of crypto. But in that it's decentralized and that all the people have the choice there. So max supply 50 billion, like I was telling you guys. It was as high as 50 cents, getting it here for 6 cents, guys. That's like what? Nearly an 8x? Yeah, an 8x. That's like an 8x. So let's go into Hedera here. Again, they're a partner of LCX, which makes them a partner of the World Economic Forum, just because LCX is a member of the World Economic Forum. Uh, CBDCs. There are rumors, CBDCs, that Hedera may be working on our central bank digital currency. Is that
How
true or not?
substantiated are these rumors? As somebody that's a stock market person, what are we talking?
Well, okay. So 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 it's here on this daily coin site. It's also I think some senator posted this too on his site. I don't know how old this information is. Let me see. Hedera CBDC. Oh my God, CBDC. Uh, Senate. Let me see. Senate. Let's see what what's popping with this. Okay, this one. It's this one. Okay, Congressman. So, U.S. Congressman French Hill, serving the second district of Arkansas. He has this on his page or whatever. Rumor: Hedera H bar working with the digital dollar with the central bank. Federal Reserve has announced it's assessing central bank digital currency (CBDC). Central bank has released the preconditions necessary for the launch of the digital dollar. Hedera is one of the platforms rumored to be potentially working on the CBDC. Hedera is backed by Google, which they are, IBM, which they are, Boeing, which they are, and LG, which they are. So, like, I'm not sure why this congressman would be posting it on his site, but that's that's one of the things we have. So there's certainly a possibility when you look at all the guys that literally own and govern them. Like the senator just said, it's or congressman, excuse me, just said Boeing, Google, IBM, LG. Those are like Luke, you know how big those are, right?
Yeah.
like like literally like one of the hugest companies in America. Um,
Oh yeah, I know.
we got
Oh, I
T-Mobile
know.
here as well. So man, so if there's a possibility that Hedera is going to be a central bank digital currency connected coin, just the fact that those central bank digital currencies will be going through Hedera, even if they get a fraction of a percent of that money, it's very, very, very huge, which is exactly why I suggested also Cyperium to you guys, because if they're going to be involved in instant payments between Federal Reserve and central banks with the Federal Reserve, that means a lot of different profit for those guys. So so to me, those are just like two gems just waiting and just waiting for like something to pop off. Um,
100%.
Quant as well, like just a lot of there's a lot of black box stuff with Quant where people don't necessarily know what they're doing, but that they're very, very connected. One thing that many people like about Quant is it's very low supply. We come over here to Quant. And for some reason, they're not showing it to me. Okay, there we go. So, quant earlier this year when crypto was very down, you could have had it for $50. So, this is kind of like a 2x from 2.5x from there. But its supply is actually, if this is correct, it's lower than Bitcoin. Um,
Mhm.
14 million here. So if we go over here and take a look here, I was telling you guys was very low. Here you could add it for like $44 here in June. Um, it's since gone up since then, and it dipped past 100 for a hot second, and then went back over again. Um, yeah, do I expect it, especially if it's going to be involved in CBDCs, to equip the 400 mark again?
But what does your timing look like?
Okay, well, again, um, CBDCs they said mid mid 2023. Let's see, CBDCs by 2023. So timelines accelerated as 10 CBDCs are to be live by the end of 2023. Here's CoinDesk. Australia's CBDC pilot to be ready by 2023. FedNow um, scheduled for 20 mid 2023 launch. So you can see a lot of different institutions are kind of having this ready for by 2023, mid 2023. So that's kind of really the timeline. But of course, guys, like we don't really decide when these go up, right? Because we're retail and we don't have that much. We don't have the money that institutions have. So by mid 2023, maybe it takes a couple months after that. Maybe it's a couple months before that. But that's kind of where the timeline is.
Yep.
So let's just take a look at what they say here are the 10 CBDCs to be ready. Which kind of fits what we've been told, right? It fits the Fed now timeline. Uh, it just fit that other thing where we saw that Australia said they'd be live by 2023. So all of the information kind of correlates here. Let's see here. Do they mention specific countries? Doesn't seem like they do. But we can assume Australia, right? um, so yeah, so that would be the timeline on that, guys. And then yeah, so Siberium, Quant, Hedera, and then one other one would be XRP. Now XRP has rose up majorly. Um, XRP is now a member of the World Economic Forum. They got that done. So I really think with the World Economic Forum and the big pockets that they have behind them, we see this SEC case just fall to the wayside. Let's see here. XRP, World Economic Forum. And they just signed a deal with a bank called Telemex in Brazil, which got approved through the Central Bank of Brazil, which also means they're probably going to be players when it comes to this whole central bank digital currency. So we can see right here 444 Luke, make a wish. Let's see here. Okay.
Is that a thing?
Uh,
I didn't know that one.
no, I don't know. I was just kidding. World Economic Forum shows Ripple as a usually it's 11-11, right? Right?
Yep.
Or you make the wish. I'm just over here joking around. Uh,
Yep.
so So according to this website, according to details obtained by the WEF website, the WEF described Ripple as a company that's doing for value what internet did for information, and they listed them as an official partner on their website. So you can see it right here, being shown as an official partner of the World Economic Forum. So you can kind of see it right on the wall here because their CEO spoke at the Davos panel this year. So now let's go and we'll see where Telemex actually has a deal in place with these guys. Let's see. Ripple. So I think it's let's just say Ripple Central Bank Brazil. Let's do that. So I'm I think I might be saying the bank wrong.
So let's hear it one more time.
Telemex, Travelmex, something like that. Travelex. There we go. Okay, so Ripple Ripple has a deal in place with them, which was approved by the Central Bank of Brazil. This is not the article I want, though. I think it might have been the other article. Let me see. It might be this CoinDesk article. Okay, I think it's this article. As soon as it loads. Okay, it's not, but that's okay. So you guys get the picture here. So, um, Central Bank of Brazil announced this, and okay, so here it goes. Travelex. Oh, Travelex is the first bank in Latin America to use the ODL, which is um, on-demand ledger, Ripple's product. Adding to adding that the bank was also one of the first registered and approved by the Central Bank of Brazil to operate in foreign exchange. So again, this is going to be huge. Um, it's going to make instant payments for Brazil and anyone trying to conduct business with Brazil. And somewhere in one of the articles I was reading, I don't think they have it in this article. It says that their remittance payments are like a $780 billion business for Brazil. So Ripple's going to be a part of that. And again, since this is approved by the Central Bank of Brazil, we can kind of assume that Ripple may be involved with central bank digital currencies because they'll already be involved with kind of remittance payments. So it'd be very easy to just say, oh, okay, you guys handle our central bank digital currencies as well. So so that's two. So that's four we have now. So we have Ripple, we have Cyperium, um, Hedera, and Quant. So I think that's a good place to kind of stop and see if we have any questions.
No, it's decent. Why don't you check out the chat? We've gotten actually some pretty decent chat over the course of the day today.
Yes, we did. Wow. Hey,
You mean now
relaxing
you're feeling good, right?
for sure, right? What's up, relaxing Serenity Sounds? What's up, Strictly Three Sports? What's up, GT? What's up, L Wright Senior? It's been a while. What's up, L Wright Senior? It's been a while. What's up, No Tribe? What's up, GT again? All right, all right. So let's try to get some questions here. Ah, Strictly, this is the first place you found me. That's cool, man.
I know, isn't that
Uh,
awesome? I saw that too. That one brought a smile to my face.
that's cool, man. Yeah,
Nobody
we've
says
been
they
on.
first found me here because that they only found me here.
Yeah, man. I think I was on here. I had like 300 subscribers or something like that, and we've
Yeah.
grown all the way to almost 1,300 subscribers. So, mad shout out to you guys, and mad shout out to Benzinga, right, for making this possible. Let's see here. Just a little more about quant, please. Yeah, I love myself some quant, man. Let's see here. What about Cefu X auto compounding layer one? Someone else mentioned that before on the show, and I haven't got a chance to check that out, but I will need to check that out. Let's see here. Along with SEC basically claiming everything is a security. Yes, yes, they basically claimed everything is security, but I think that was just a little like postulating. I don't think that was real. Like I think that was just a little gamesmanship there because the coins they called out like LCX, really SEC, you're gonna call out a World Economic Forum member coin? Yeah, that doesn't sound right to me. They're not doing anything to LCX. So I'm pretty sure they're not gonna do anything to any of those nine. Um, let's see here. Everything is up in cost except paychecks. Agreed. Strictly three. Agreed. The cost of food, the cost of energy, everything is up, and those are two of your really basic needs right there: energy and food. Um, Gas as well has gone up, even though it's gone down from what it was. It's still gone up from where it was before the regime change. Let's put it that way. Um, Guy in my top box has a tone of "I know more than you." Wait, what? I don't understand. Uh, how how is Friday CME going to affect cryptos? What's the CME, Luke? You know what that is, I'm sure.
CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange.
I don't know. Maybe that's what he's saying. What happened?
Read me the
Oh, is that
sentence again, Ruel.
what's going on Friday? Did something happen this Friday or last Friday with the CME? Somebody knows.
Let me do some internet research.
Bottom line is at the mercy of a strong dollar. When it goes weak, we
CME
will.
could be. There's economic data out on Friday. There's inflation data, I believe.
Okay.
But
Okay.
but I'm trying to tie this to CME though.
Okay.
What could it stand for? Consumer something?
All right, senior. If you're still around, let us know what CME stands for. If you're still around here, let's see here. Bottom line, crypto is at the mercy of a strong dollar. When it goes weak, we will pump. Mark my words. Okay. So you think if the dollar goes weak, crypto will pump? Okay. Okay. Um, that's an interesting thought. I don't know where I'm at with that. I think crypto is just cyclical, and
I think it's sort of cyclical too. I don't think they're super correlated yet. I used to think that they were, but I really don't anymore.
yeah, exactly. I'm right there with you, Luke. I think it's cyclical, and really, we're kind of waiting for the next halving. Now, will things pop off like they have been popping off with these halvings, where like a couple months after the halving, we see like, boom, that's when we really see something, or will there be some shenanigans played, and like before the halving, something happens this time? Who knows? Um, it's kind of all up to the institutional money at that point. But that's why I'm saying, hey, it's like 19 months away. Let's just build our bags now, where it's like we don't really have to care, right? Um, let's see here. What if the U.S. does something like Israel, like ban all cash transactions? Can they do? They can do. They they do they so they can backtrack and control all your funds. That's a possibility. I don't know if that's a talk we can have on the YouTube, but that is a sincere possibility. All the things that I've heard so far when I've looked into Cyperium, and like there were like five central bank people talking about CBDCs. Everybody seemed to be on the path of, okay, we need CBDCs to work along with cash at this point. So I think there'll be a couple, like, I don't think it will be too many years, but I think once, okay, the CBDCs are out there and the central banks can play with it between themselves, then we have, okay, let's get rid of cash now. But we may be a couple years from that. Okay, let's see here. But yes, yes, I could see something like that happening, strictly for sure. Which is what I was talking to Luke about earlier in the show, and that's probably when you had this comment. Like, I can sincerely see there being no cash because it's easier now to then control, because you have all the electronic money, right? And
100%.
so yeah, certain things happen now. Okay, I can turn you off because you're arguing about gas, and we don't like that. We don't like that you're arguing about the gas and you're stopping the supply chain from happening right now. We don't like that. Um, if that sounds familiar, that is intentional. Let's go to. So I mixed on CBDC and regulation. I understand it could be good for certain things like bringing in big money, but let's be honest. We got all, we all got into crypto to make that life changing money, for sure, for sure. The next thing that I see to be the big thing, and like this is why I kind of got us into the WEF, because they're kind of the steering rod, right? Um,
Mhm. I agree with
yeah,
that.
see, 100%. The next thing is the metaverse, and we see now that Solana and Polygon and Ethereum are moving to phones. So the next thing in line here is that now that crypto is on phones and you have all of the apps you want on phones, then we're going to have the metaverse. And everything that's been set up on these metaverses like Sandbox, Decentraland, Seek, and then, of course, Facebook Meta, everything that's been set up there now goes into action, goes into full action. So now we can own virtual land. Now business is now taking place in virtual spaces. Now the push is to even have jobs and businesses take place in the virtual spaces. So then maybe truly, you own nothing, but you own your virtual spaces. You physically own nothing, but now you virtually own what's in the metaverse. Something really to think about. Um, let's see here. What happened with regulation? Yeah, I think there's always an underbelly, right? So
For sure. Without a doubt. Every market.
I think we do have like multiple privacy coins around. Even if they got rid of like a Monero, I think that those privacy coins are still going to be, they're still going to be present. And once they get rid of Monero, something else is going to pop up. And once they get rid of that, something else is going to pop up. It's just going to be true. But I think they're just going to try to regulate them out, but they are not going to be able to. Except he was pumping for like a week plus, and that, yep, and that's what it has to do with. They've gotten in good with the World Economic Forum. They've done deals with the Brazilian bank now, centralized bank. So yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be good. For all exchanges that delisted XRP a while back, do they actually still hold all the XRP somewhere? Because if not, all those exchanges will have to buy XRP to provide liquidity. Um, so really, the only exchange that seems like it really kind of got rid of XRP are exchanges like Coinbase. So Coinbase is like the only one. I know I can buy XRP on KuCoin. I could buy it on Gate.io. Really, it's only the U.S. exchanges that like kind of trying to stick with the SEC, right? So that would be Coinbase, Gemini, and that's the only two that I can think of offhand. All the foreign exchanges do still have the XRP, but I do think okay, if they're becoming now a member of the World Economic Forum, we probably see the SEC case go away, and we probably do see someplace like Coinbase buying more XRP and bringing them back on the platform, which probably means that we see a even bigger pump when it comes back on a place like Coinbase. So that's really cool of you to say that, strictly, because that's honestly probably a built-in pump right there. Um, that like okay, when they come back on Coinbase, then people are just going to be flocking to buy more of it. Snafu and Blind Legend, I gotta check that
The
out.
Coinbase trade is sort of dead, though, isn't it?
The trade for the stock itself.
No, I'm saying for like things getting added to Coinbase.
Um, I think they're still adding stuff.
I know, but I'm saying the trade. I know that they're still adding stuff, but like that being a buying signal, I feel like is dead at this point.
Mostly, but for something like SRP, I think it'd be pretty huge because it now signals okay, everything's like a lot of people have been waiting for this SEC thing to be over. So it would almost signal like okay, SEC's over. So boom.
Okay.
Um
That
and
Coinbase is such an abused stock at this point.
it really is. It really is. And
Brutal.
it's terrible. But it's one of those crypto stocks where like, okay, come next
I do
bull
too.
market,
And
we know.
we haven't said this yet, but Benzinga, the company, is now a Coinbase customer. How
You
about
are.
we use that for next week's discussion? You like that?
Ooh, that sounds
How's
good.
that for a tease?
We
I'll
got
give you the
some
inside
juicy
scoop as to,
exclusive information on here.
yeah, there we go.
I
How it
love
works and all that.
it. I love it. All right, so okay, Chicago MEC Exchange.
Yeah, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. But all
Okay,
right,
so you're,
Ruel.
you're right.
Um, I have got to hop. This is my time to go home and have dinner with the girlfriend.
Oh, you can't
Um,
miss that. Get in
can't
trouble.
miss that. You know it.
All right, guys. So yeah, check me out on we can continue these conversations Wednesday. I'll be on the Gentleman of Crypto at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And like I said, if you could share me one more time here, Luke, I'm gonna have a discussion about CBDCs here with crypto guy Bird Dog on Rockfin. So you guys definitely check that out because on Rockfin we can definitely go into some of these more deeper conversations about okay, what happens with if there's no cash because there's no censorship here on Rockfin. I mean, there's like literally almost no shit censorship. They censor some like things. You gotta have some, but they don't censor all the things that YouTube censors. So uh that's pretty much it, y'all. Catch me Wednesday. Catch me tomorrow on Rockfin, and on Rockfin tomorrow that'll be at 4 p.m. Pacific time, so 7 p.m. Eastern time. So thank you so
Boom.
much, guys. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Benzinga. Thank you, guys, who all made it out. Strictly Three Sports, L. Right Senior, No Tribe, GT, Relaxing Serenity Sounds. Did I cover everybody? think I got everybody. If I didn't get you, I still appreciate you. And for anybody, and no tribe, no tribe.
There we go.
So thanks so much, guys. Have a good one.
All right. Happy trading, everyone.
Peace.
Peace.